So I just got done watching an anime from this season. I was like, when I say the season, it sounds like upcoming season, but the season's already starting. So does that mean it's from last season? Anyway, it's on Crunchyroll. I just checked Wikipedia and it says it looks like the season's over. Anyway, this is gonna be a long one because it's a trend now that everyone has to have a goddamn paragraph for their anime name. Okay, so on Crunchyroll, I finished the first season. I don't know if there's gonna be more of Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. There are 12 episodes, and usually what I do is I watch from the beginning all the way to the new one, but I didn't want to fucking do that because I was keeping up with it mostly, so I don't really need to. But anyway, so it's a story of revenge, let's put it that way. So it is kind of the traditional high school kids, the class gets isekai'd, and they meet the gods and they're told they need to defeat, I think it's demons, right? Yeah. And our main character is, I don't think he's ostracized. I think he's generally just a loner more than anything. But if I remember correctly, like the first episode, we kind of start out with them like it looks like they're on a trip, or maybe back from a trip or some kind, on a bus, and there's fucking scene about this kid getting like bullied, not bullied like in the sense of like he's not getting his ass kicked or anything, but like they're doing this like annoying thing over and over and over again. So like yes, it's bullying, but I feel like a lot of bullying we see in anime is the more violent kind. So they are like bullying the kid, but it's kind of along the lines, I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it's like along the lines of like when you kick someone's seat, or like the fucking cliche of like when you're passing something back and forth between you and your dumbass friends that's theirs, and they're like, come on, give it back. Like it's like kind of like that. I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but yeah, and he kind of like he stands up for him, not in like I'm going to save the day kind of way. He's like, okay, come on guys, knock it off, seriously. Like it's kind of very monotone, and it's not because like he's a good person or anything. It's more along the lines of just, I don't know, he just kind of does it. I think because it's bugging him. But yeah, like he's not a fucking hero. He's not a hero. He's not like an anti-hero. He's not. I wouldn't consider him an anti-hero. But so yeah, they get isekai'd and they finally fucking stop it. Only one like this other dude who's quite clearly like, oh my god, I don't like him. He doesn't really do anything, but he does enough to like show you that he's fucking annoying. Because the guy is being like a traditional fucking dumbass bully kind of. Or they're doing like, the what? I'm not doing anything to you. Come on, we're just having fun. Like that fucker. And then the guy's like, knock it off. Blah, blah, blah. And not a main character. The other guy. I don't fucking know what his name is. I don't remember any of these fuckers' names. Any of them. I remember Saris. That's it. She's not even the main character. I don't fucking care. I don't remember any of the other fucking names. But so they get isekai'd and they all, get their own fucking powers and stuff, and there's like different ratings. There's a couple of S heroes that are, the top, and then there's the A heroes, and it's kind of like generic, where it's like S is the top, and then A's like the elites, and B's like the higher ups, and C's mid, and anyway, so our protagonist is his powers, he can use 3 things, and their status effects. He can poison you, he can put you to sleep, or he can paralyze you. But apparently it's an extremely common power. So I think he's like rated like an F class, so he's like bottom tier. And this makes no sense to me why they do this. Like it would be, I haven't read the source, so maybe it's like there is a reason for it, but they don't really explain the reason for it. Like, oh, if like we have to get rid of him because that way we can summon a new hero, or like maybe he's like he's the weakest link type of thing. Like no, it's literally just like, oh well, you're a shit hero and you're not useful, so we're gonna dump you in these fucking It's almost like trial chambers really of like fucking Minecraft. And there's like this, I don't, what's it? It's like a dungeon. It's not a dungeon labyrinth. What the fuck is it? I don't know. It's like this, I want to just get a call it trial chambers because I feel like that's the best fucking fit. And so it's like this dungeon trial chambers thing. And the thing I found weird was like literally everyone except like 3 people. One actually, well, yeah. So it's like some teachers were also isekai, but we don't fucking care about them. They're trash. Pretty much everyone in the anime is trash as well. Okay, hold on. I need like more light from my Roku because I'm being blinded by the front here, and then feel like fucking Batman from the back. I don't know what's going on. Like I'm in the bat cave, but the spotlight's on me. Like that's how kind of how I feel because I have the selfie light on right now. I don't know why I turned it on because it's not like I'm showing you anything. I also don't know what's going on with my facial expressions. Anyway, so yeah, basically is we have like 2 sisters who are they're like off in their own world the whole time. Like they're not fucking paying attention to anyone else but each other really. So like I don't really count them. I'll count them as neutral more than anything. And then there's like one fucking goody two shoes chick that kind of stands up for him. And then there's like another girl. Now that I think about it, she didn't stand up for him, but you can tell she's not okay with it. And everyone else is pretty much like, yeah, let the fucker die. And I'm just like, this kid isn't ostracized. This is just lonely kid. It's not like he's done any bad. He hasn't pissed any people off. They haven't shown any jealousy or envy towards him. Doesn't look like he has any, like, it's just no fucking reason, really. It is just, like, he's rated as the lowest hero. His abilities are common. And it's not, like I said, it makes no sense, at least from the anime standpoint. So far, maybe they'll change it later if they do more. But, like, there's no, like, oh, we have to get rid of him because of this reason. It's just kind of like, oh, you're the weakest. Let's dump you in this trial chamber, which you're extremely likely to die from because no one's gotten out alive. And basically it's this goddess that summons them. And we kind of learn later on when he's in the chamber, some things that come to light. And basically in the story of revenge because, they literally just kind of, no one's, except for like one chick, no one stood up for him. Everyone else was literally just like, yeah, fucking go to chambers and die, dude. You're holding us up. I'm just like, y'all deserve to be knifed. And you fucking deserve it. Like, there's no reason. It's not like they were scared into it. Like, they do it way too fucking calmly. Like, way fucking calmly. They just throw this fucker. Keep in mind, this is no, like, there's no misunderstanding that, he's just gonna take a draw and he'll come back. Like, no, is pretty much set up from point blank in front of them. This fucker's not coming back if he goes there. And he has no choice. He's gonna go there or they're just gonna outright kill him. Even if you hate this fucker, the people that summoned you are that cold they're gonna kill someone for no fucking reason. I don't know about you, but even if I hate that fucker, I'm gonna start panicking because I'm gonna be like, what is the benchmark for where they'll just kill you? So like, it feels very weird how okay with this they are and how not like mind fucking that is. Like, why aren't you panicking? Why aren't you hyperventilating? Why aren't there more people defending him or at the very least panicking that they are doing this kind of stuff? But like, no, they're way too fucking okay with it. And it's like, they kind of get that mob mentality. Like, at least with, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero, like, they made it look like he did a horrible thing. And they didn't know each other. So, like, it was really just kind of, like, this girl's word against his. And, like, why would she lie about him, attempting to rape her or whatever it was. And, so they had no benchmark for this person did or didn't do it. They didn't know the princess. They didn't know him. So it was really just, like, why would she lie about it, Where this is like, I don't see any ostracization. There's literally nothing. There's no reason for them to hate him or want him gone. It's really just like, it feels out of nowhere that they just want him gone. It's so fucking weird to me and it throws me off. And we spend way too much time with these fucking people. Because they'll go from his point of view to whatever the fuck they're doing over there. And then occasionally the goddesses. And it's not a bad anime. And it leaves off on like a cliffhanger where like they go and they kind of accomplish a mission. But basically the whole premise is he wants revenge against the goddess in the whole class because, well, let's be honest. I would also want to knife a fucker for this. Like, this is not some like, oh, I'm gonna live my best. Like, no, you've actively fucked me over in a way that literally could have killed me. That's on. Like, I'm just saying, like, you deserve to get fucked up for this. Like I said, it would make more sense that they were a little bit more afraid. So it just feels very weird to me, like how okay with getting rid with this person they are. It would just make more sense if like they actively had a reason to hate him, like it'd still be fucked, but like the whole mob mentality thing would make more sense to me, where it just feels very weird and out of place, and I'm not a huge fan of how they did it. But like I said, it could just because of the anime and how I interpreted it. Maybe like I missed a detail and it did make sense. Like I said, usually I watch from the beginning all the way through the new episode to have like a clear mind of like what's happened and memorize everything. But sometimes I'll just like, I've been keeping up with it and I just didn't want to go through the whole thing again. But it was one of my more favorite anime this season. What I mean by that is like, not like, oh, this is the best anime, I love it, I'm gonna recommend it to everyone. Like, no, it's in the sense of like that season of the shows I've seen, it was the one where I was kind of like, oh, hey, a new episode. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not bad. But there's some things I liked. Like, they do kind of do, a couple of shows do this now, where they'll blend like the traditional 2D animation and then they'll have 3D animation. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, because sometimes I think it works really well. A good example of this would be So Inspired, So What. They do a really good job with that there. And then there's some like shit CGI where you're just like, that's way too fucking out of place, dude. Like in Overlord, or of course my favorite example of this, where it's actually hilarious to the point I don't know how the fuck this passed. I feel like this is wasted money on so much account. But the first season of Addy Nights that had the dragon, worst CGI I've ever seen in anime. Still the funniest thing ever to me. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Anyway, yeah. But it's like, I judge CJ not like how well it's done, but how well it fits into the environment. Like, sometimes it can work really well. Other times it can be a little bit disorienting and it takes a while to get used to. And then there's just the CGI where it's just like, it doesn't look good. Why did you... Why? Like, I assume it's like a time-saving thing sometimes too, but like, I always thought it would take longer, but like, thinking about it now, it's probably like, oh, it's just they make a model and then maybe copy-paste, like they didn't overlap with like the Goblin Army marching, or it was like makes sense where they like just copy-pasted to like say times or something. But so I don't expect everything to be like amazing. But yeah, there's sometimes where it's just like, I wish you just stayed with the original art style and or just picked one, or fully committed to 3D, because it can just be very dumb looking. Like, it can just take you out of an epic scene. Like the Overlord, that Goblin Army scene is kind of epic in a way. Not super epic compared to like other fights, but it's like it was fun to watch. But just CGI, I can't. I have to find something like, oh, there's the CGI horses that are, I don't know what that thing is with anime now. Why does every anime have to have fucking CGI horses? Please stop. It looks terrible and it makes me laugh, and it's literally like on my anime bingo card now. That anytime I see an anime, I see a 3D horse, I'm like, oh, there we go, the shitty ass horse. Yep. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's like some running joke in the community that makes anime or what. Like, is it? Because like, I feel like everyone has to have a shitty CGI horse now, and it's funny as fuck to me. I don't know why. And anyway, so yeah. The things I like about it, like I said, I'm not sure how I feel about the arts. I think the art started, it looks fine, but like the 3D being incorporated into it, I'm not sure. I think sometimes it looks cool, other times it kind of like makes it go across it for a second, because I'm like, oh, ugh. Like, it's not bad, but it's like my brain's like, oh, we're switching to a different thing. I don't know. It's kind of like when you do this with your phone, like you turn the phone, so your brain has to like, oh, we're going for a different vantage point now. Like, kind of like that. I don't know what you call that feeling. But, so yeah, I didn't think it was, the 3D was horrible or anything. I was a little bit confused about 3D horse, but it was better than other 3D horses. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to ruin anything for you. And I do kind of like how he kind of goes about the battles, because he's not like, I feel like in most shows, it's a lot of they're doing either support magic or they're doing melee or whatever. But he's not, his way of fighting is literally only those three things: paralyze, poison, put to sleep. So that's really all he can do. And so basically, yeah, he's dropped into this labyrinth, has to fight his way out. But, you know, the goddess was oh so nice to say, hey, if you survive, you can do pretty much anything you might. We'll, like, maybe hire you back. And I'm just like, bitch, if you don't shut the first thing I'm going to do is knife you. I'm going to find a way to knife you because you're deserving it. And yeah, it's basically he wants to kill, he wants to fuck her up and, fuck everyone else that fucked him over. Which, like I said, considering what happened, understandable. Is it right? No. But is it understandable? Yes. But yeah. He is, you know, enjoyed by other characters, and one of the main characters is Sinis. And she's an elf. And she's a hot anime elf, because, you know, elves have to be hot in anime now, especially if they're the girl. But yeah, she's like a knight, and she's kind of like on the run. And the way she's on the run is like she didn't commit a crime or anything. It's like the creepiest fucking thing ever, dude. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but just I'm gonna call it creepy. It's creepy, it's weird, and fuck, does it remind me of the second season of Sword Art Online. Now, if you've never seen Sword Art Online, there's one thing that is very well known about it, and that is the second season. And there's a reason why. And I know if you've seen the season, you're probably like, what is she? Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, it's right about there with creepiness. I hate it. Why does every anime have to have a creepy motherfucker? Why? Why does every anime have to have a creepy motherfucker? Okay, so if you don't want me to spoil it, whatever. But, so yeah, it's basically revenge anime with a dude as the main protagonist who wants revenge against the goddess and his classmates. And that's kind of all he's really doing right now. It's kind of it. So yeah, the whole thing is he's got to go through the fucking dungeon trial chambers, whatever the fuck it's called, I can't remember. And, you know, then get out and do stuff. But I do like how he kind of gets creative to getting stronger. Again, I don't want to spoil that either. But he picks up some buddies and, you know, gets stronger in his own way and goes about, you know, trying to get his revenge. And that's... I feel like there's, like, gunk in my ear or something, and it's, like, annoying me. Anyway, that's the whole thing. So if that sounds interesting to you, it's on Crunchyroll. And I don't know if they're going to do any more or not. And they do kind of leave off on a cliffhanger of he's achieved this objective, and obviously it's right at the start of another objective, because it's like when you're going on a list, you're like, okay, I need to go to this store to get this thing. Okay, I did that, and the next I need to do this thing with that thing. Like, so, yeah, baby steps. Anyway, yeah. That's all I really want to say. Decide if you want to watch it or not. And now I'm going to spoil what the creepy thing is. Okay, so basically, the king of the kingdom that, not the one that summoned them, of like where Sarah used to work, apparently the king doesn't want anyone to deflower her. This is a creepy old man. They're not involved in any way, just to let you know. Like, they aren't related. He didn't raise her as a daughter or something. He doesn't want anyone to, like, hurt his little girl. It's not like they're in love and he doesn't want anyone to deflower the person he loved. Like, literally, it's just creepy motherfucker. If I can't have you, I would rather you be dead than be deflowered. I'm just like, can we just stop with the rape, please? Can we just stop with the creepy old men that want to fuck everything? Can we just please not have that as, like, a fucking anime trope in its own right, where it's like there's some creepy rape scene, bandit, rapey, enslavement bullshit. Can we stop, please? The number of anime that have slaves and or the whole, like, creepy motherfucker wants to do another motherfucker against their will. Can we just stop, please? Can we stop with that trope? I know you're like, it's not a trope. No, it's a fucking trope at this point. Like, there's so many. It's literally its own fucking genre at this point. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if it's actually a genre, but, like, when you see enough anime to the point where you're just like, oh, that's a trope now. Like, there's the isekai, then there's like the transmigrated isekai. There's the whole I was born into a game isekai. Or I'm not the villainess, or I'm the main character, I'm a side character, I gotta, I was a character that wasn't written in the story. Like, there are different genres of shit. It's its own fucking genre at this point. I don't know if it's officially called one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's there. Anyway, so yeah, I just stop ranting now. Like, subscribe to Confused By.